Today I'm going to try something new. I'm going to try taping the camera to a stick so I can hold it down at Thioⁿba's level. So hopefully this works good. It's really hard to walk and hold the camera down on the ground at the same time, so let's see if this works. Thioⁿba, come on! What you doing back there, huh? Keep up, miss. Distracted or something? Come on. We've stopped here at a little spot in the stream and set up camp, I guess you'd say. Thioⁿba's out swimming around and having fun in this little spring-fed stream. And here we've got set up her carry box. I want her to always have this as much as possible and her to get used to this box always being here. Wherever we go, I want this box, almost without exception, to be here for her. Reason why, I want her to, what I call, imprint, clear a little path here so you guys can see. I want her to imprint on this box. I want her to think of this box as her home, her safe place, where she goes to hide, to sleep, to dry off, things like that. Reason being is if she sees this as her little home, and she knows it's always there, my hope is when we're catching game in a few months, the minute she catches it, she'll be thinking, hey, where's my little home? I need to take it to my home. And I want to stay by it as much as possible so that she learns, hey, wherever I am is where her little home is, her little box is. So I kind of, mink have I've thought of maybe training them to cache to like a pocket, a coat pocket or something like that. But the problem is I can really tell, even when a mink trusts you, their instinct is to take the food away from you, take their prey away from you, even when they trust you. So rather than fight that instinct completely and try and get them to take it to me or to my pocket or something like that, I want it to take it somewhere separate from me, this carry box. But I also want her to associate it with me so she knows where to find it when she's hunting and she's caught something and she's like, well, where's the box now? So the idea is to separate the hiding spot from me, but not completely. I don't know if that makes any sense. This is all theory. It's still, minkenry is a big trial and error at this point, and will be for many years to come. Not much of a science. It's really an experiment. So anyway, that's the idea. So I have this box available for her to start, you know, basically imprinting on it at all times when we go for walks or I take her places. I want it available to her to sleep in, to hide in, whatever she wants. And then eventually, when we start working the lure, the idea is that I'll start teaching her to cache in the box, and it will already be a familiar, comfortable place to her that she loves. So that's the hope. Good girl, you fetching sticks? Are you a little black Labrador retriever, huh? You fetching sticks? So after having a walk and then getting to a little destination where the mink can play for a while, then we start working on the training calls. I like to do it after the walk and after the play to begin with, because they're less distracted, they're more hungry, and it's easier to focus. As they get older, then we start testing them by calling them during the walk, when they're old enough that they actually start exploring on their own. Right now she's so little, when we go for a walk she's just under my feet. But as she gets older, she'll start to wander off a little more. Then we'll start doing the food call when she's distracted. Right now we just do it as easy as possible when she's hungry, tired, done playing, and ready to eat. So that way it's easy for her to begin with. Glingaho! 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 Good girl. Good girl. You know what that call means, huh? Good girl. You know what that call means, don't ya? Yeah. That was really good. Now you don't want to start out like that where you're calling her and she can't see you. This is after she's learned what the food call means. This is kind of the next step. Sorry, I skipped the first step. The first step is basically you call them when they're already on their way to you. You can tell they're gonna come. They're away from you. You can see it in their eyes. You can see they're about to come to you. Then you call them and give them the food when they really would have just been coming anyway. Now she already knows what the food call means, so we do it when she's a little bit distracted, but not too distracted. Then eventually, I'll start testing her and doing it when she's really distracted. It's a slow process, just working your way up. Glingaho! Glingaho! Good girl. Here, it's right here. Good girl. Good girl. Do one more and then I'm gonna feed her up. Okay, now one more call and we'll feed her up. So I'll just wait till she's a little bit distracted, doing something else. And then when I call her, I'll give her the whole bag of meat. Eventually, once I know she knows the call really well, I'll stop doing multiple calls. I'll only do one, maybe two, three at the very most. But right now, I'm just kind of trying to ingrain it into her head what the call means and things like that. So I do it multiple times to begin with. Glingaho! 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 Good girl! Good girl! Glingaho! Good girl. Now I'll just let her eat up. And that's the end of the training. Just feed her up all she'll eat.